Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Red Brick House. Today I have some exciting news because I have finished my diamond painting kit, my custom kit from Diamond Painting Pro. So first we're going to take a look at it, and then I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do next with it. Ta-da! Look at her, she's so beautiful. So I have several videos talking about this kit. It is a square kit, it is a custom kit. It has 24 colors, and I believe 4 of those are AB colors. So I think it have 4 AB drills. You could customize that when you make your order. You can choose to not have any AB drills, or you can choose to have like a fairy dust type. I'm not sure if that's exactly what they call it, but this particular kit it's an image of my beautiful calico cat that passed away last fall. And when she passed away, it just kind of devastated me. It took me out for about a month or two. I was just really sad about it. But anyway, my husband purchased this along with my daughter. My daughter helped to pick out the picture. My daughter actually took this picture of her. And so it's really unique and it's really special. And they gave that to me for Christmas this past holiday season. And so now that I've completed it, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll do a little mini post review. I liked the drills, I liked the canvas, I liked the glue. I really didn't have any major problems with it. One funny thing that did kind of happen is that it came with, I think, 2 bags of 310 black. And so I opened one bag and I had it in my kit, and then the other bag I had stored on the side of my kit. And when I finished up the black, I completely forgot about the other bag, and I was thinking, oh no, I've ran out of the color. I've never ran out of a color. That has never happened to me before. And so I was like, oh no, I don't have any more. And then I realized that I had a whole nother bag of black. I had plenty of drills. This company gives you a lot extra. I will say that. Speaking of the drills, since I'm already talking about it, I feel like the drills are shiny, but they don't have that individual sparkle. I've kind of talked about it before on one of my other videos, but I'll try to kind of move it around so maybe it'll catch the light and you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So it's definitely shiny, and those AB drills do stand out, at least in person they do. But the thing about the AB drills is they weren't laid flat and then sprayed with that iridescent coating. These AB drills, it almost is like they were tumbled, or they were just kind of, maybe they were coated while they were being forced into something, like they were in the air. I don't know how to explain it. But the reason I think that is because a lot of the AB drills on the back side, they would have the iridescent coating on the back. And some of them were not very shiny or very pretty on the front. Some of the fronts didn't have the coating at all. It would be on the underside. And so that's what leads me to believe either they were tumbled in the coating or they were sprayed as they were, being forced into the air or something. I don't know how they did it, but it wasn't too big of an issue. I did have to kind of pick and choose which AB drills I wanted to use because some were prettier than others, but they did give me a lot of drills to work with. So, I mean, it was fine. Anyway, like I said, the drills, they're beautiful, they're shiny, but they don't have a certain sparkle that I'm kind of used to, if that makes sense. Overall, I'm still happy with them. I think they're still good quality drills. There was not a lot of trash or tabs or anything like that. So I believe they are resin drills. The glue, let's talk about the glue. The only problem I had with the glue is that it extended way over here, almost 1/4 of an inch past the drill field. And I mean, that kind of always happens a little bit, but this was pretty excessive and I didn't love that. I mean, that's, you know, room for improvement. So I did add this washi tape that looks kind of like faux wood. I'll kind of bring it in closer. Hopefully you can kind of see. It's a pretty washi tape. It's kind of like a birch wood or something. And I don't know that I'll be able to take that off because I honestly don't know if I could get it off. And I'd rather it just stay on there than me take it off and it tear or, you know, just look really ugly. So my plan is to leave that on there. And the glue itself is very good. I really liked this glue. It is a little bit different than other glues that I have experienced from other companies. This particular glue was kind of gooey, if I could give it a word. It's kind of gooey because oftentimes when you're placing your drills and you don't get them quite perfect and you go with your pen, you know how you do, and you kind of like try to scoot it over to where it is where it's supposed to be, and then it'll retract back to where you first put it. This glue does not do that. If you get your drill and slightly misaligned and you go to move it over, it will stay where you put it. So I thought that was kind of interesting. It was very sticky. One mishap that did happen is that I had pulled the film back and then I don't know if it was static or what, but it kind of stuck back down to itself on the wrong side, and then I could hardly get it up, and it left some marks in the glue. But I mean, it didn't make it any less sticky. It turned out fine. So I don't know. The glue was just a little different, but I don't not like it. I actually quite liked it quite a lot. The rendering I liked. It is a little pixelated when you look up close, especially around her eyes and up where she had a lot of different colors. I believe this is computer rendered, and I mean I'm not going to be staring at it so much up close. It's going to be hanging on the wall is what I plan to do with this kit. And so, I mean, I don't know. I think it's fine. When I was doing it, it looked way more pixelated, but now that it's done and I haven't looked at it in like a week or two, I don't really notice the individual squares anymore like I did when I was, you know, placing the squares on the canvas. So I think it turned out really nice. So I'm going to tell you my plans for this. So my plans for this kit are for me to seal it. Now, I've never sealed a diamond painting before, and because it's a square, I don't know if it necessarily needs to be sealed. Rounds, if you're gonna have them on a you know, framed or on a wall or exposed for a very long time, dust and things can get you know, on the corners of the square, I mean, of the round drill. It can, you know, you can get dust in there and cat hair and pet hair, whatever you have, you know, floating around your house. But since this is square and these squares fit beautifully together, let me tell you, I have no popping drills. I can run my hand across here and it is the smoothest square kit I've ever done. I did single place the entire thing. Just note that. I choose not to multi-place squares. Any square kit, I don't multi-place. And that's just my preference. But I didn't have any problems with popping drills. I have had no gaps. I mean, I'll bring you in close as I can. Let's come in close. And I'll kind of move it around so you can see. But I didn't have any gapping issues. And so anyway, look at her eyes. Oh, it's just so beautiful. She had the most beautiful eyes. Sometimes her eyes would look yellow and sometimes her eyes would look green. She just had the most beautiful eyes. So I like that this is kind of yellow over here and then this one has a little green tinge to it. Oh, it's just beautiful. And the AB sparkle in her eye. Oh, I love it. Anyway, okay, so moving on. I'll quit gushing over it. Anyway, so next thing I want to do is, like I said, I want to seal this. Now, I have never sealed anything before. My first plan was to get a kit that I didn't care so much about. Let me move the camera back out and I'll show you this one. So this is a kit from Amazon, really inexpensive. It came in a pack of 6. If something goes wrong, I'm not that worried about it. So I'm going to let this be my little guinea pig, and I'm going to practice on this one before I put any sealant on my custom kit here. Now, like I said, my first plan was to get a couple of different brands of sealer and try them out on this kit, but looking at the prices of the sealers, they're quite pricey. So I went with Mod Podge. Mod Podge has been around forever. I have used it in a lot of different crafts, but now Mod Podge has all these specific, I don't know, sealers, glue, however you want to say it. This one is specifically for diamond top coat. And so I've been really excited to try this one, but you guys, this is it's almost $15. It was $13 and some odd cents, but that's why I didn't buy another one. And I got this at Michael's, and Make Market has their own sealer. It's probably a lot less expensive, but they did not have it in my Michael's store, so I did not buy it. I was going to try maybe a different Mod Podge as well, but like I said, the other one I was looking at was like almost $18, and I just didn't want to spend $40, $50, $60 on buying different ones of these. So I'm going to trust the Mod Podge brand, and hopefully it turns out well. It says it's a water-based glue, sealer, and finish. So, there was not a choice at the store. I'm looking at this because I was thinking of, you know, Mod Podge, their other things, they would have like a matte finish and a shiny finish. This does not specify anything on it. So I am hoping, but because it's specifically for diamond dotting, so I'm hoping that it'll be fine. I'm hoping you'll still see the sparkle, you'll still see the shine, and yeah, I'm hoping. I think it'll be fine. Like I said, I'm going to try it on this one first. And if this looks more dull to me than it does right now, then I probably won't seal it at all. I might just leave her the way she is and just go ahead and frame it since it is a square. But I want to try it out. So anyway, that's what I bought. And then I bought one of these brushes. It is by Mod Podge. This was also like $8. I mean, you could use a makeup brush, but I wanted the real thing because hopefully these bristles won't fall out of here, because I have used paintbrushes with Mod Podge before, and sometimes the bristles will come out of your paintbrush. And so I really wanted something that was a good quality that, you know, hopefully that won't happen. So we're going to try this out. We're going to try this out, and we're going to do it on this painting right here. So let's do it. Okay, so we have our kit here. I have this like cardboard mat that I used to do puzzles on, and I love this for so many different reasons. I really like to diamond paint on it, to be honest. I have a paper towel in case I spill something or, I don't know, something happens. But this is protecting my table. I have the paper towel, I have the Mod Podge, and then I have the little brush. So I'm going to pour it in this old little paint container. That's what I'm calling it. It's actually one of my daughter's old, like a bento box little container when she was little and going to school and taking her lunch. But we don't need it anymore, and it's very old, so it has been reused to mix paint and just different things. So this brush feels very nice, I will tell you. If you do not have one of these, and I'm gonna kind of pull on it a little bit. Like I said, I've had bad experiences with things in the past of these little bristles coming out, but nothing's coming out. So excellent. That gives me hope. Ooh, I got a hair. There's a cat hair right there. Where did that come from? Okay. Oh, I tell you, if you have pets, you understand the struggle of diamond painting and getting cat hair or dog hair or any kind of hair on your canvas. Okay, so let's open this up and see if it's sealed. It is. I did not bring a knife, so hopefully I can just ruin my fingernails here and pull it up with, oh, it's plasticky. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Not too bad. I wonder if I'm supposed to shake this. I didn't even read the instructions. I'm really bad about that. Do you do that too? Do you just jump right in, or do you read everything thoroughly before you get started? Okay, let's just take a quick look. Apply with a brush or foam or a foam applicator. Okay. Apply a moderate coat to the diamond art. Make sure to cover the edges and all the spaces between the diamonds. Apply additional coats if desired. Allow each coat to dry for 30 minutes. Full cure time is 4 weeks. Ooh, so do I need to let my painting sit for 4 weeks before I frame it? When I say frame it, I mean I am not going to have a glass covering it. If I was going to put a glass over it, I definitely would let it sit for 4 weeks. But I don't know. We'll see if I have the patience to do that. I probably do not. Clean up while wet with soap and water. Water-based, non-toxic, indoor use only. Okay. So there's really not that much to it. Do not shake. I just saw that. I skipped it. Do not shake. Okay. Roll on table to mix. I don't know what that means. Roll on table to mix. Oh! Okay, like this. Don't shake it. You're supposed to just kind of stir it up a little like this. I get it. I get it. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so let's do it and let's see what happens. I'm going to bring the camera in a little bit more so you can actually see a little better. Okay. I don't know how much I need. I guess I can pour it back in there if I don't use it. No! Okay. There we go. I'm going to set that on the paper towel. Okay. And I'm going to push this up so you can see. I'm going to start in this corner over here. It's pretty thick, y'all. It's pretty thick. It does want to kind of drip. It's not runny. It's a little bit, it feels way thicker than like paper mache kind of Mod Podge, like the original Mod Podge. It's much thicker. Okay, I'm just going to go for it because I have no idea what I'm doing, so I might be getting too much on here. I don't know. But it did say to do it thoroughly and make sure it went in all the crevices. Okay, it looks kind of scary right now. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to kind of go like that so I can get in between those grooves. I don't know if I'm using too much or too little. This is why I want to experiment. I have other Amazon kits that I could experiment with if I feel like this is too much. I don't want to use too much and not have enough to finish my other kit and have to go buy it again either. So I may kind of like tone it down and not use quite that much as I did on that first go around. Okay, I'm going to go back and forth to get into those grooves because this one is a round. I have heard people say that once you do this, you cannot roll it and store it anymore. That after you seal it, that it needs to be stored flat. So, because I have heard that it kind of makes, it makes your canvas kind of stiff. So, that is something that, you know, I will mention. I don't have any experience. This is my first time doing this. So, I do not know, but I can see how that would, you know, make sense. And once this dries, I'm probably just going to let it dry overnight, and then I'll probably come back tomorrow and, you know, let you know how it looks and see if I want to put on another coat and decide, you know, what I'm going to do from there. If I'm going to go with this one or go try a different one. I guess I should move this down so you can see. Okay, I mean, it's going pretty fast. It's very easy to do. I really do like this applicator brush. I would say it's worth the $8 I paid for it. At least I feel that way right now. I am kind of glad I bought it. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, I can just use whatever I have. And then I end up regretting that I didn't buy one. So this time I was like, no, I'm just going to buy it. And then I can reuse it on other kits because my J-Wall kit, once it's done, it won't be done for a long time, y'all. But once it's done, I'm gonna seal it too. I wonder how many bottles that will take because it's huge. It's huge. Okay, I'm almost done here. And then I'll bring it in really close so you can kind of see how it looks. Like I said, it's kind of, ooh, I don't know if I like that. That's making streaks, so let's smooth that back out. But I do want to get in all those grooves. Okay, so now we just have a little bit more to do. And like I said, I'll bring you in close, let you look at it. Have you ever sealed a painting before? Let me know. Do you hang your paintings? Let me know that too. Now this is going to be interesting because these drills, not all of them are on there properly, and there are some popping drills on this kit. So, once again, I don't really care. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Is it going to, you know, keep them glued in place or what? I would imagine it would. So, I don't know. Okay. Okay, I think it's covered. I think it's all covered. So, for right now, I'm just going to sit that there. And, okay. So, let's take a look. Let me bring it in close. I'll start at the bottom. It even feels wet on the back, which I will show you here in a minute. It is very well saturated. I feel like I put too much. So, when I actually do it on my other kit, I may not put so much on there because, I don't know, it looks like a lot. Maybe I did too much. Let's see if it goes through to the back. The back feels like cold and wet, but it doesn't actually look wet, so. All right, well, this is interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna let it sit here overnight. Right now, it is about, what time is it? It's almost 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm gonna let it sit till tomorrow, so a full 24 hours. And then we'll look at it and kind of decide if I think it needs another coat or if it's sufficient the way it is. And we'll go from there. Okay, I'm back. Today is the next day. It is a little bit, it's a little stiff, but not really that bad. I think I used way too much. I can tell that it looks very, I don't know, it doesn't look as shiny as I hoped it would. I can see, this is why I know I used too much. And if you've already done this before, you're probably laughing at me, but it is all down, I don't know, I can just kind of see a residue down in here. I don't know if you can hear on camera, but especially right through there. But it kind of took the sparkle away. I mean, it's still shiny, but I mean, this isn't a great representation because this canvas is not that incredibly sparkly to start with, but I can tell the difference. And this down here, this black area, it used to be very sparkly because these were, I used leftover Diamond Art Club black drills there, and they're not sparkly at all. They're kind of shiny, but they're not like it was before. So I don't know. I'm going to try it again. I have another canvas, and I'm going to try it again, and I'm going to use a lot less. And I'm going to see if that makes a difference, because I don't know if it's going to turn out like this, because I used less up here. I don't feel like I completely overdid it up here at the top, but it's the same way. I can tell that they're coated. I can see and feel that they are coated with this, you know, the sealer, but I don't know. It's kind of taking away the sparkle, and I don't want that. So I don't know. I'm going to try it again with using a lot less this time. And I have this other canvas that I made, or I finished. I think last month I finished this one. I think so. This one I finished this month. I think I did this one last month. So I'm going to set this one aside, and I'm going to take this one. So see, it's quite, I mean, I can tell the difference between this one and that one, how much like brighter and how more sparkly this one is. I mean, like I said, it's an Amazon kit, so the drills aren't that great to start with, but it is different than the finish on the one I just did. So I'm going to try it again using a lot less. I know I've said that already, but, and then I'm going to decide. I'll come back tomorrow, and then I'll decide if I'm going to put anything on my custom kit because I might not. I don't know. I don't really love this. So instead of last time, yesterday, I just kind of took that and, you know, kind of went ham on it. Today, I'm going to get some on my brush, but I'm going to take this container and I'm going to rake off all the excess. So I have plenty on my brush. It was easy to clean up. I will say that for this product, if you haven't used it before, in case you were wondering. So there, I'm going to take all that off. So now it's just a little bit shiny, and that's what I'm going to put on the canvas, and we'll see how that works. So once again, I'm going to start down here at the bottom, and I'm just going to brush it on here and try to do a very light coat. I would rather have less and have to do more than one coat than, you know, like have too much. I mean, I'm still trying to be thorough, but I don't want to overdo it. So, okay, I'm going to take some more before I move on. And I'm just going to kind of rake the excess I took off before and just use that. Okay. So just enough to get my brush shiny. Okay, then I'm gonna just continue. This time I'm also trying to be, to spread it out better and not have, you know, any kind of blobs or anything like that. So I'm going to go back over it. It's already dragging, so it's like it's already drying. So maybe that's a better thing. I'm also going to go back and forth like this. I didn't do that. I only went back and forth over here, so I might do that too, just a little bit. Probably should go this way and then this way. Okay. I think that'll be good. All right. Now then, I'll bring it up a little closer. You can kind of take a look at this one, and you can definitely tell it looks a little matte right now. But I definitely put a lot less on there. So hopefully that will look a little bit better. I don't know. I'm going to give it a chance and try it again because maybe it was my fault. I'm going to let this dry and then we'll see. Like I said, I only saw one type of this. And it doesn't say anywhere that it is shiny or matte finish or anything like that. So if they make different ones of these and I just don't know it, maybe I should look that up and make sure. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't say anywhere on there. Okay, well, that is that. So I'm going to let this sit and let it dry just like I did yesterday. And then I'll come back tomorrow and we'll see how it looks. And I'll make my final decision on if I'm going to put a sealant on my beautiful kitty here. Because I do not want to take any shine off of this at all. So I'm really kind of afraid to do it now that I did that first one. I don't know. This one's going to have to look really good in order for me to put the sealer on here. Because I might not. I don't know. This whole video just might be a fail. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Well, I'm going to let this sit and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, it is the next day now, so let's take a look at this one that I sealed yesterday with a very light coating. I'll bring it up close. I am seeing the same problem that I saw with the other one, and that is it just looks a little flat. It looks a little dull. It doesn't have as much sparkle as it did before. So I don't know if it matters if you do a small coat or, a thick coat or a light coat. I'm still having the same issue. But take a look at this one. So this one is the first one I did 2 days ago. I did use too much. I don't like how it looks in here. I'll bring it up really close. Like, it looks really caked in there. It does not look good at all. So I definitely used too much. But an interesting thing that has happened is that now that it's been 2 days, it's getting some sparkle back. So that's really interesting. Now, if you remember, I said on here earlier that on the bottle it says it takes 4 days to cure. So I'm wondering if in 2 more days, this one will be fully cured, and I wonder if it'll look different than it does now. I don't really know. I would say I still don't like it as much as what it looked like before I did anything to it at all. So, in order to not draw this video out any longer than I already have, I'm not going to wait 2 more days on this, but if something changes and it looks better in 2 days, I will let you know in my next video. I do have a progress report video coming up where I show everything I've completed for the month and progress that I've made during the month of March. That's coming up next week, or soon. So I will let you know if I change my mind about how I feel about this Mod Podge Diamond Top Coat. Right now, I'm not a huge fan, so I might have to try some different ones in the future. I don't know. But for now, my final decision is that I'm just going to leave her the way she is. I think she's beautiful the way she is, and if it doesn't look as sparkly or shiny, I'm going to be very, very, very upset. So I am not going to seal this. I'm just going to measure it and try to find a frame, and that video will be coming out soon. But I just don't know. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. Maybe I need to try some different brands of sealers. That would probably help. Maybe I'll find one that I like better. Or if you have one that you like, please let me know. I think I said that earlier in the video, but please, please, please let me know. So I'm going to end the video here. If you watched this entire video, thank you so much. I just appreciate you more than words can say. So that is my final decision. I'm going to leave her the way it is, and that's pretty much all I have to say in this video. I'm just rambling on here. I don't know why. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.